Hello and welcome to the introductory video for the Mixed Models series. So I'm just going to briefly touch upon what this series will be about. And also I just wanted to mention this will be part of a larger series that I'm starting, which I'm going to call Brain Tangent. So I'll use this icon to sort of signal when the video is not specific to imaging analysis, but is probably still a statistics topic that would be useful for the audience of this channel and pretty much anybody analyzing data. So what is this series? What isn't this series? So it's not a replacement for a mixed models course. I have presented some of these talks to the lab that I work in locally, and there were definitely folks in the audience who did not have mixed models experience. I think they still got something out of it. They built their understanding. So it is still useful if you're completely new, but it's going to be more useful for those of you who've been running mixed models. But either way, give it a shot and see what you get out of it. But I'm not going to start from like the basics in a mixed models textbook necessarily. I'm focusing on sort of these aha moments I've had along the way where as I've been working with mixed models and trying to figure things out, where I'm like, oh, like this is weird. I didn't realize this was the case. So that's the stuff I want to share with you because perhaps it's not obvious. And honestly, a lot of times these aha moments, they come up with folks who already have taken a mixed models course and have been running them. And it's almost like you know enough to be dangerous. And then I'll sit down, I'll be helping them, and I'll be like, oh, I see why you went down this path, but actually we shouldn't do that. Yeah, so those are the things I'm focusing on, or just snags that they hit. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about, the first topic, which will be about 8 videos, will be, and the videos I'm going to try to keep them all 20 minutes or shorter, is about this regularization in mixed models. If you haven't heard about it, don't worry about it. I'll explain what it is. If you have, I just want to explain what it is and why it's good. And there's a way to get estimates, like within subject estimates, say a slope over time, if you have time series data or something like that from mixed models, and these are called BLUPs sometimes. I'm going to call them something else. But I'm going to talk about if these are good to use or handy to look at or anything like that. Spoiler, they're not, and this was the main motivation for this series actually was I thought they sounded like a great idea to use, and it turns out they're not. So I'll clarify that over a series of simulations. Then the next section, which I don't know how many videos that will be because I haven't created it yet, but basic ideas for setting up models and fixing problems. So I have a few examples from folks I've helped that I'll present where basically ran into a convergence error, realized if I forgot to do something, it really impacted the results in the model, and I will ask you in the audience for some examples that you might want to share. And then last, I hope to cover model diagnostics, but it turns out that this is a pretty tricky topic in mixed models. I've seen a few tutorials and gone through them, and they weren't 100% satisfying. But I found a paper that seems really promising, so I'm hoping to work my way through that and digest it. So that's it. That's really all I have to say. My voice is a little hoarse because I have a cold, but hopefully that will clear up as the series goes. Anyway, so let's get started.